So I'm just recording a little bit of me doing all of the entries. There was quite a few entries for this giveaway and quite a few comments by quite a few subscribers. So I just want to show you that I did all those, and then I'm going to be doing the drawing next. And then later in the video, I'm going to announce the new giveaway and what you have to do, okay? Okay, so we're getting ready to draw the winner of the Myths and Legends Tarot. I have got it all of them in here. Thank you to everybody that joined into the giveaway and for your continued support on my channel. It is very much appreciated. All right, so let's see. Who is the winner? Oh my goodness, Carrie, you won again. Carrie's Mystical Musings. Carrie does watch my channel and she comments a lot. And remember, everybody that joined, that entered, also got an extra comment for all of the comments that they did in July. And she commented on pretty much every single video, which was like 15 videos. So she got like 16 entries. So that's why she's winning again. So congratulations, sweetheart. I'm not sure if I still have your information, but I'll contact you and let you know that you won. So you can give me the address again so I can send your winnings out to you. Okay, so I got a little list here to keep myself on track because I'm so bad. Okay, so I am going to be announcing the new giveaway deck, but that'll be a little bit later in the video. So let's talk about the movies that I've seen, and I will try to insert pictures into the video, okay, as I'm talking about them. I'm going to try to go by as briefly as I can. I don't want to make these super long. I want to try to start, you know, lessening the length of my videos. So movies. On Amazon Prime, I watched Beast, and this was about a young girl who gets into a relationship with a guy, and in her area there is young women that are coming up dead. They're being murdered, and he is a suspect. The new guy that she's dating is a suspect, and I don't want to give it away, but I thought it was really good. Really, really good. So I do highly recommend it. If I were to give it a review, it would probably be like maybe 3.5 to 4 out of 5 because it was good. Another one I watched was It Ends With Us, and that one was with Blake Lively and one of the guys from the 1920s Yellowstone. I don't remember the actor's name, but you're going to see a picture, okay? That is about a woman who is in a domestic abuse relationship and really what that looks like and her trying to break free from it, but also how much she loved her husband, right? And really how much he loved her. It was just, and there's a lot of controversy around like her interviews, Blake Lively's interviews and stuff like that, but I really thought the movie was very good. I think they did a really good job with it. Another movie that my husband and I watched is A Quiet Place, Day One. So The Quiet Place, or A Quiet Place, is from John Krasinski. And the first one, he played in it with, I think he wrote it and directed it, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. John Krasinski is Jim from The Office, in case you don't know who John Krasinski is. And A Quiet Place is about, like, alien invasion, and all of a sudden, these, like, these gruesome aliens just start attacking people, but they can see you through sound. So through movement and stuff like that, that's how they can see you. And the first one just started off like, the very first movie started off like, they had been living like this for a while. So they were getting kind of used to it. But day one, this new one that just came out, was right when it happened. You could see all of them like falling from the sky and stuff. Like it looked like asteroids and stuff. And then all the attacks that started happening. And it was based out of New York City, I believe. But it was really good. So it really puts a origin story to the previous ones, if you've seen those. Another one that we watched, these were all on Amazon Prime, was Horizon Part 1. That's the one with Kevin Costner and Will, is it Worthington? No, what is his name? I don't remember his name. He was the Avatar dude in Avatar. I'm sorry, that was Oliver. And that was, okay, hopefully he's done. But Horizon Part 1 with Kevin Costner, I know that in the movies it didn't do really well, but it's supposed to be doing really good on the streaming service. And I guess he stopped working on Yellowstone so that he could do this. And let me tell you, and I know that it's only Part 1. There's going to be more, and I'm very much looking forward to it. This is like right after the Civil War, when they are starting to expand out west and get land, and towns were being, were popping up. And so it was like the pioneer days, and all of the violence that happened between the Native Americans and the white people. It was horrible, but the story is so good. It was so friggin' good. I wish that there was more out, because I am a binge watcher. I love binge watching. I wish that they were all ready. I hate waiting. So anyways, I do highly recommend it. Very good. Another one that we watched on Apple TV is with Brad Pitt and George Clooney, and it's called Wolves. And they are both like cleaners or fixers, after like a murder or something like that. And they both get called to the same job. They didn't know each other. And so they both have to end up working together. And it's pretty funny, actually. I do recommend it. So the shows that I watched, one of the shows that I'm continuing to watch on Amazon Prime is The Rings of Power. Now Sauron is like in like his fairy form or whatever. I don't even know the whole story. I guess we're going to find out his true origins or whatever. Or the people that have probably read the books, and I have not read the books. But it was really, I think it's really good. I love the characters, and I love seeing all of the elves, and it's beautiful. So another one that we watched, that I watched on Disney, and this was the second season of Tell Me Lies. And this is about college life. It's a young girl. Like I said, this is the second season now. And she had a relationship with this dude, Steven. And he is just a piece of work, let me tell you. He is the most manipulative guy, and he's messing with her. And it's just like college life, drama in college life, and partying and friends. And I really like it. It's a nice distraction sometimes. Another channel that I watch a lot of is Gaia, the Gaia Network or whatever, Gaia.com. And there's two that I mainly keep up on, and that's Cosmic Disclosure with Emery Smith, and Open Minds with Meredith. I don't remember. I think her last name is Meredith. I don't know why I always have an issue remembering her name. And then the other show that we watched on Netflix was The Perfect Couple, or I watched it, and that is with Nicole Kidman and Liev Schreiber, and Liv Schreiber, however you pronounce his name, and one of their children, one of their sons, is getting married, so they're having like a whole, like, you know, like weekend before, and they're in the Hamptons, I believe that's where they're at. And then one of the guests, the bride to be, her best friend gets murdered. And so it's a whole series around all that. It's really good, actually. And I just love Nicole Kidman. I do. So those were all of the shows and movies that I watched. Now, I am starting to watch Agatha All Along. But, oh, and we are watching also, we just started watching Tulsa Kings again. I think this is the second season with Sylvester Stallone, and that is on, I think that's I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's Prime or if that's Disney. That might be Disney. I can't remember, but anyways, or Paramount. I think it's Paramount. So anyways, that's really good. We love Tulsa Kings. I love Sylvester Stallone. I think he is just excellent. Okay, so I also want to talk about this book by Matt Auryn. I'm not done with it. I've got a little bit less than half to go. It's been difficult getting through this book because it is so dense. I love it so friggin' much. So I keep on getting interrupted every time I go to read this. And this, I love Matt Auryn's work so much that I am trying to take my time because there's so much to take in, and the exercises, and even like the Psychic Witch, I loved so much. He is a wonderful writer. The stuff that he puts in this book, like his own experiences and the way that he sees tarot, and like examples of readings and his own experiences from when he was, you know, doing reading for this person or for that person. It's so good. And the exercises are so good. Let's see. And this is not the review. I will do the final review, but I'm on page 161 and chapter 7, and it's at exercise 47. And there are, how many exercises in this? Just to give you, let me find it. There's a whole index in the back too. There's 78 exercises in this book. This is why I don't do lives anymore, because of the two dogs. If one's not going, the other one is. And once they get started, it could take 10 minutes before I can start up my video again. So it's so difficult for me to make a video or do live. So yeah. So if you were wondering why I don't hardly ever do them anymore, that's why. So, and that's also why I get interrupted all the time. It's always something. So, but I don't want to just skim this book. I want to soak in every bit of it, and then I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to read it again. So, preliminary, I can tell you, before I do the review, get the book. Okay? Get the book. I love this book. But it is a lot to take in. And, well, if you are interested in this kind of stuff, like the psychic bit of it, which I am, absolutely. I mean, I've got a whole series on the psychic bit and, you know, developing your psychic abilities and what it can look like and yada, yada, yada. So this is why I also saved this book for the last, because of all of the books that I was reviewing, is because I really wanted to take my time with this book, because I love Matt Auryn's work so much. He is just phenomenal, and I cannot say enough about this book. So, and Psychic Witch. I haven't read his other ones, but I also adored the Psychic Witch. And it is a wonderful, they are both wonderful reference books anyways. So I'm going to move on from this, but I just wanted to update and let people know I'm still working through this one. But why it's taken me so long is because I love it so much. Sometimes when you get interrupted or you've got so many other things on your mind, I'll have to sit down and read something 3 times in order for it to soak in, and I want this to soak in. So that's why. Okay, so just to get some of the other stuff out of the way now, one of the other things that I did in September, we closed our pool. And we've still had lots of hotter days. Like yesterday it was 77 degrees, but still we don't want to run our heater all the time. It is a heated pool, but when it gets down to 40 degrees at night and then it's 75 degrees during the day, I'm not getting in that water unless it's like 88 degrees or warmer. So, you know, we just closed it up. We closed it up towards I think the beginning to middle of September. So, anywho, I also made mention of and showed some of these that I did some new decks in September, released some new decks, right? These are now all on Make Playing Cards. Oh, where's the other one? Where is the other one? Oh, here it is. So the Celtic Magic, the Fortune Teller, Oracle cards, the Magical Herbal. Sorry, I've got nail polish. So terrible. Magical Herbal Whispers Oracle, the Magic of Samhain Oracle, and Magical Herbal. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is the Fae Whispers one. So, because I've had so many other things that I needed to release, videos wise, that I've already actually done. I've done many reviews already or walkthroughs. It's just a matter of releasing them because I don't like bombarding people. And I say this all the time, but I don't want to bombard people and bombard myself as well because of the amount of, and I'm not complaining, absolutely not complaining. I love it. But if I were releasing a video every single day and having to comment repeatedly every day on something new, it's just a lot. I mean, it's a lot when I release them every few days. So eventually I'd like to get it down to where I'm releasing like 2 or 3 times a week. That way it's just not too much, not too much for you and not too much for me. So these are unlisted. However, if you do want to see them, they are all now linked and pictures as well as links to the videos that are unlisted on my channel. I just don't want to release them on my channel and bombard people. So you can go over to my Ko-fi shop and they are in my Ko-fi shop if you want to take a look at them. And the full video, you can see the unlisted video that's not been released on my channel, but the link for the unlisted video is over there. So you can check these out, like this one and the Herbal Whispers, right? And the Fortune Teller. Because I think I've only released walkthroughs of 2 of them so far. So I also released in September the 2 versions of my Matrix deck, which I am working on. I started working on it a couple days ago. Again, finally, trying to find time to start working on my Book of Secrets again. It is a lot of work writing because I'm not a writer. So, but it is important to me. All these topics are important topics to me and the way that they are seen within the world of the Matrix, okay? Not the TV, not the movie, The Matrix, but the simulation, the magical simulation that we live within. So, as I showed, there are 2 different types, 1 or 2 different editions of my Matrix deck. One is like a Victorian style. And the other one is, and I have not released these pictures over on my Ko-fi shop yet. I've taken the pictures and stuff. I haven't put them on there. It's just a matter of time. Oops, those are the bags. It just takes time in order to do all this. So, and I did a steampunk version. But hopefully, I am still aiming for the end of this month to have my Book of Secrets completed. If it's not the end of this month, it's not going to be that much longer after that. But it was too hard last month doing it with all of the reviews that I had to do, as well as the past life work, because that was just like a lot. And it's not just about that. It's also about keeping up in the group and watching everyone else that was partaking and all that. So we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so talking about the past lives work, I just want to briefly go over what decks I used and that I absolutely loved. So initially, if you haven't watched, I released like 5 videos in September about my past life work, right? And the past lives group, past lives clubs, September. So I used initially archetypes. There's 4 different in here. One is the persona, one is the like location, one is the tools, and one is like the initiation. So I used this deck. I used one for each one of them. And then I love the book. It really, when you start off a past life, for me, with archetypes first, like main, like life archetypes. So there might be an archetype based around the place that you chose to incarnate, like the nation or whatever. And there might be a certain type of archetype that is the main theme in the life. There might also be like certain gifts and or tools that you come into that life with, i.e. like South Node placement, right? And then an initiation, maybe like at a certain point in that life, you're going to be initiated into something that steps up your game a little bit. I couldn't think of a better deck than the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. This, in my previous, when I did the Past Lives Club with a few other ladies in July, I used the Carolyn Miss and the Archetypes deck, and I used the Citadel, I think Liminal 11. And those were good, but not like this. This was like game changer. Now, whenever I do past life work, which there's going to be more. Of course, there's going to be more. It's just right now I'm taking a break because I've got other things to pursue, other things that need to get done. But I will be starting off with the Archetypes deck. I thought it was very good, and it really set the pace or set the theme or the frequency of that particular life for me. So I also used, and I am absolutely loving on this deck, this is the Medieval Feathers Tarot. It is so gorgeous. And it is Marseille. It is stunning. It's not so easy to use, right? Because it's really big. There's no way I could get this much. That's no way to shovel a big deck, right? So I had to do it this way. Which, I mean, it still turns out chunky because these are super, not just big, it's not just a big deck, it's not, but it's also a thick deck. So But honestly, it does feel very luxurious. I'm not even complaining at all. It was a wonderful experience. And I would definitely use this for that kind of work again. Most definitely. Beautiful. I thought that the book was really good as well. Let me make sure I'm putting this in the right way. And I just love the artwork. And it pretty much goes with anything, I think. But I do love the medieval. I also used this deck from Amazon called the Spiritual Gifts deck because I was a crone, I was a witch, I got the Circe card. I was also, my faith in that life was magical. So, and it really opened up a whole lot for me. Using this and then the other decks that I chose really made a difference in how my reading, how it went. But I highly recommend this deck. This deck was like $13.99. It was either $9.99, $13.99, or $16.99 on Amazon. And there is just like, it really rang true for me with many of the gifts that I now carry in this lifetime, which is not surprising. For those that are in the magical communities and or spiritual communities, we do have many gifts that we have worked on for lots of years, right? I mean, as a 53, almost 54-year-old woman, I've been working on these skills for a long time, and even lifetimes and lifetimes, right? Another deck that I used, and I thought it was wonderful, was the Character Oracle. And this was another one, inexpensive deck from Amazon. You don't have to go exactly by what these characters are, but they give you insight with all of the other things and with all of the other keywords and stuff. And if you mix them in, like if you did 3 of them for one person, it'll like paint a picture just like the tarot does. You can read them and take what you get out of them to help build that character, right? So this was a perfect deck. This was also either $9.99, $13.99, or $16.99. I think this was $16.99. 80 cards, an 80 card oracle. I don't love the tuck box. I need to get a bag or make one eventually when I have the time. Another deck that I absolutely loved and used a lot of. This was like my main deck that I used in these readings. I was on like sitting on the fence about this deck for a bit, and I kept on seeing it on a few other channels, namely Antoinette's channel, Tony's channel, and I was like, I don't know. Do I do it? I am so glad I did. This read so beautifully for me. It is such a tactile experience because I have never felt a deck that is like so luxurious. Seriously, I don't know what it is. It's the softest deck ever. And then the embossing or the gilding or whatever you want to call it. I never know what to call it. For the number and, sorry, you can hear Oliver, and the names, the titles, and even on the backs, all of those are the same, all the stars. They're blingy blingy. And then the book. Oh my goodness. This book is so pretty. Oh my God, the artwork, I love the artwork. But the book also sold me. This is so beautifully bound. The box, it is so beautiful. If you are on the fence, not knowing whether or not to get this deck, oh, I am so happy that I got it. I want to get all the other decks now because this is, oh, this went right up in my, I'm just like crushing hard on this deck. So what else did I use? Oh, and here's the other like main star to this reading. Well, to all the readings, because the past life readings are layered and layered and layered. And of course, we cannot forget about this, right? This was the base. This was the foundation of the reading beyond the archetypes. This set the stage or the blueprint. And then all of the oracles and the tarot really just brought in the detail. It filled in the storyline. It told the story. You know, it's like writing a story, doing your blueprint or doing whatever you call it, the rough draft. And then you fill it in with the flavor and the stories. And that's what these decks did, right? This was such a powerful reader. And I kept on getting confirmations throughout the readings with all of the different cards coming up in different readings and different spreads, but really like a synchronicity showing that that was correct, you know, like doubling down. So that was the Mystical Shaman's Oracle. And then to round out the reading, the last one that I used was the Christ Consciousness. And that was a really good reading out of that. And for the message from myself, or my past life self, that was really good. But then I also used, it is Grand Central Station for doggies here, okay? So I rounded it out with the message using one of the spreads. It was the petal spread. It was like 7 positions. One was for like the past self. One was the current self. One was the future self. And then some other things like inspiration and forgiveness, or I'm still working on deciphering that particular reading. It was powerful, and there was a lot to take in, but it's a lot to unpack, without a doubt. I do highly recommend this deck, but it doesn't surprise me because I highly recommend the Archetypes deck. Now, I might get them in the smaller amounts and the smaller sizes. However, I mean, I don't know. I might not, because I cut down the edges on my Archetype deck. It's very easy for me to maneuver, much easier than some of the bigger decks. So, and I highly recommend this. Highly. If you ever want to dig into past lives for yourself, but also for other people, if it's something that you want to offer, there is no other deck that even compares to what this deck has done. And it just kills me that so many people buy the knockoffs, because Mandy put so much work. It's obvious how much work she put into this. Now, if you're never going to do, you know, readings like that, I understand. Just have somebody else that has the deck do it for you. But if it's something that you think that you're going to be doing, it's a minor investment. This is not that expensive of a deck for what it gives out. And the amount of like options that are in this deck. I mean, the amount of readings that you can get out of this deck is just, you would think I'm a spokesperson for this deck. I get nothing from this other than just telling you how empowering getting this deck can be because of the amount of information that it carries. There's so many options, not just on one side, but on the other side. Both sides carry several options. And this is what, 80 some cards? So it ends up being like, what, 1,000 cards, really, when you think about it. And then you add the book on top of that. Priceless. It's way better than $45. It should be $100 or more for this deck. So you're getting it for a steal. Anybody's getting it for a steal at the $45. So the past life work was so good. I highly recommend it. but you've got to be ready for it, okay? It is like the ultimate form of shadow work, and you might not always like everything that you find out about that particular past, you know, that part of your soul, because that's not who you are now. Just keep that in mind. It's almost like trying to separate yourself a little bit, but to get the bigger bird's eye view, you have to like take your emotional attachment out of it. And that's not always so easy because we have these ideals about ourselves. But when you live in a dualistic reality, there's bad guys and there's good guys. And that is also a matter of perception. Even me now, I like to think of myself as the good guy, but I am also the bad guy or the villain in somebody else's story. And there's nothing I can do about it. So just be ready if you want to do it, because it is the ultimate form of shadow work. But shadow work is all about liberation and knowing thyself. So anywho, enough about the past life stuff. So I got a new planner, just for like a monthly. Let me show you one that I haven't. Make sure that there's no, okay. So I can show you my November. I've got like telephone numbers and stuff like that in my October already. But just so that I can start keeping track, like, let me see. You can see I've started to decorate my October, or I did decorate. I can't show you the other side because of like telephone numbers and other shiznit. But just simple stuff, right? For the month. So I'm going to be doing that, but still doing my digital journaling, the actual journaling bit. Not, this is just like, you know, for schedules. But it's so nice. It is such a beautiful, beautiful planner. So let's start showing you, you know what? Let's show you the giveaway. So the giveaway is, I bought an actual wrap. And it's not even out of the plastic. I specifically purchased it for a giveaway for somebody, so they would get the bag, the wrap that I purchased for this particular. Now this has, I'm pretty sure, yes, it's both. Okay, I thought I got both. So I did the Shades of Love Oracle, and then I also did the Shades of Love Oracle expansion. So I think there's like 100 and some cards in here, like 120 some cards, I think, altogether. But it's different categories. So let me find the cards. Here they are. So the regular Shades of Love has unconditional love, romantic love, sex and desire, obsessive love, self-love, and soul contracts. I'm sorry about the dogs. See what I mean? And then the expansion is delusional love, hurtful love, and unbalanced love, because this was more positively spun, and there needed to be a couple more categories, because love has many flavors and it comes in many shades, and you know, what somebody might think is creepy, another person is absolutely going to love and need in their relationships. So that's how this deck came about, and I'll show you some of them. But I do have full walkthroughs of both of these on my channel. I'll try to, if I remember, I'll link them down below. But these are 4 love readings, of course. I am so proud of this work. When I've been doing my past life work, every time when I do the love bit, I pull up a story And I draw about anywhere from 6 to 9 cards and say, show me what my love life was like, right? And it really does paint a picture. But the number one type of readings that are done, especially like on the hotlines, are love readings. So if you ever plan on doing love readings, this is a wonderful resource because it really touches base on so many different kinds of love. Like I said, unconditional love, romantic love, sex and desire, obsessive love, self-love, and soul contracts, delusional, hurtful, and unbalanced. So I do sell these. I sell them, one, just the first Shades of Love Oracle, and then I also sell separately the Shades of Love Expansion, which is like 32 cards, I think, somewhere around there. But this has all of them still in the cellophane, and like I said, I bought a bag for it, and it fits it perfectly. So if you would like to enter, anybody can enter as long as you are 18 years old, and that you can accept you know, a tarot or oracle in your country, wherever you live. You need to be responsible for your own, like taxes that you might incur, or duty fees, or anything like that. Import fees, I'm not responsible for that. So I will put it as a gift because that's what it is. If you need it to be under a certain value in order so you don't get taxed, just let me know in the email if you win, and I'll make sure that I put the value below that, okay, because it is a gift. I don't want you to have to pay any more than what you already would have to if you have, like, import fees. But if you want to enter, just put a heart emoji, then love, and then a heart emoji in your comment. And you have to leave a comment down below with that. Like I said, a heart emoji, love, and then a heart emoji. So love written out in between two. And then for anybody that left comments on my August videos in the month of August, you get an extra entry for each one of those. So, and I also mentioned when I did the video for Carrie, I believe that I said that you get, that she had made extra comments or something like that, that you get extra comments. I meant you get extra entries. So because she had commented on almost pretty much every single one of my videos, because she's a friend and she's a supporter, just like I do with her and several other people. That's what community does. That's why she had several different, like 16, I think. But there were several of you that had that many. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's just the luck of the draw sometimes, right? But, so, that's what the giveaway is for this next month. Congratulations to Carrie. Now I just want to show you all the new decks that I got. All right? Okay, so, new decks that I got. Now, I did do a walkthrough, but this is the Astro Oracle from Chanel. Love this deck so much. I'm pretty sure it was in September. Might have been August, the end of August, but we're just going to show it again anyways because it is simply fabulous. And with the kind of decks that I love so much and that I've been getting, like the Naked Truth and the Haptic Tarot and the a couple more that I'm going to be showing you that I recently got. This Oracle goes so good with it. And then the book with it, chef's kiss. She did such a good job. But it doesn't surprise me because she's pretty much good at everything that she does that I can see. So she's such an overachiever. I'm just joking, darling. So let's see. I also got the Elemental North Tarot. This, I did do a walkthrough. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but let me just say this deck is so friggin' excellent. It has numerology, it has astrology, it has runes, it has tarot, it has moon stuff and elements and all of that. All like beautifully put into the designs on the cards, and then you go to the actual book and it's just fabulous. This is coming out this month. I believe the end of this month. It's on pre-order. US Games. So another one. Oh, yes. This one also, I believe, is available in October. So this month. This was also from US Games. I also did do a walkthrough of this one. This was one that I seen like months ago. And I told my rep, I want this as soon as it's available, please, because I just think it's absolutely stunning. And so, yeah, she sent it to me. And I think it's gorgeous. I love the feeling of it, the like, it's very ethereal and dreamy and medieval or Middle Earth. It's just very whimsical and dusky. You know, it's like the artwork is like dusk. I love it. So that's another new one that I got. Another new one that was recently sent to me, which I have to do a walkthrough of. This was sent to me a couple days ago. This comes out also, I think, in November, beginning of November, I think. This was just sent to me yesterday, the day before. And so be expecting a walkthrough of this also. Oops, come on. Come on, there we go. It's in a tuck box inside of the box. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I understand why they do it. Simply also because this, I'm not a fan of this kind of box. You know, it's like the liminal 11 ones. If you sit them up this way on your shelf and it's got the stuff in it, it comes out. It's not super tight, right? So I don't like that bit about it, but it's kind of good that it is in a tuck box if it does that. So, but if you lay it down like this, then just leaving them in the cards in the box would probably be perfectly sufficient also. But I'll just show you a sneak peek. It's so cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. I love the whole magic theme of this. So yeah, that was the Find Your Magic Tarot. And be expecting a walkthrough of that. I did get the Wise Spell sent over the Starlight Tarot decks in both the gold and the blue edition. And I had such a hard time picking which one I like better. So I'm just going to keep them both because I really like them. I like the whole like theme of these. Now we've got 1 second. I got to go shut the door. The struggle is real trying to record a video. You don't even want to know when I make my videos how many in one video that I have to piece together. Maybe like 15 different separate little videos I have to do. Namely because of the dogs. All right, so other decks. I have not done a walkthrough of this one. I've done it, but it hasn't aired yet. Oh my gosh. This deck is stunning. At least I don't think it's aired. I could be wrong. I think I have still like 15 videos that have not gone public yet. Just because I have so many. I'm trying to get caught up on all of my videos so that, you know, like reviews and all that. So beautiful. so that I've got time to write and finish the book this month, as well as the ancestry work, which I will talk about. But that's the Nova Witch Tarot. And this is, who is this? Is this Blue? Yeah, Blue Angel. I seen this and I'm like, oh, I want to have this. And it goes really good with several decks. You'll see in the walkthrough. So another one that I got is the Aurora. And I was going to get the blue one, the blue version, but that sold out. And so I ended up with the black and gold. And this is a stunning deck. But I didn't do a walkthrough because they kind of upset me, the place that does this, because they had recently just done a runes deck on Kickstarter. And I backed it, and then I ended up... Okay, like I was saying, I backed the deck on... it was like a runes, right? They were like big runes. Beautiful. And I did back it on Kickstarter, and then I backed out of it just because... Oh, sorry, I should be showing you this. Just because I just could not... I had other decks that I was looking at and other things, obligations that I had to do. But I couldn't warrant getting it because I've already got several different things of runes here that I don't use, including a runes deck that I just don't barely use because I usually use tarot and oracle and, you know, other forms of divination. Runes are not like the top, even though I thought it was absolutely stunning. It was quite pricey because, I mean, they were high quality. But anyways, cutting to the chase. When they sent this deck to me, they sent one of the runes probably to show which one it was, you know, to show the quality of the deck. And it was a really crappy rune to get. I don't know if that's what they plan on doing as advertising, but if you want to send like a rune of doom and gloom to somebody that just bought a deck from you, it's probably not the best, at least in my opinion. That's not the kind of rune that somebody wants to receive. I don't think that that's really good, especially because it was not asked for. I didn't ask for a reading. So when you send a rune like that, it's just, I think that's in poor taste. If it's one for prosperity or good luck, great. But if it's like, ooh, you know, there's something that's horrible on your horizons, no, I don't look kindly at that. So, no walkthrough of this. So, anywho, tell me what you think about that. I mean, because I see sending something, you know, as advertising to show. But do you really think it's in good taste to send out something like that to somebody that didn't even ask for a reading? Even if you know that it's for advertising, that's still like a bad omen to send to somebody, I think, and in very poor taste. So anyways, so I also got just recently the new Baroque, the mini and the regular of the deluxe edition. I have done a walkthrough side by side of these, and oh my goodness, this deck is so beautiful. So you will be seeing a walkthrough. The cardstock is so good. This is just like the Naked Truth. Beautiful. Different than the first edition's cardstock, which I am so grateful that they changed the cardstock on this. So that came in. And the little mini, the travel size, also came in. And it's beautiful. Beautiful. So be expecting. I've already done it. It's already uploaded. It's just a matter of when I can make it public. Just like everything else. I'm behind. Just because, and I've released in September maybe like 18 videos. I mean, I think I'll have to go through and figure it out, but there was a lot. So I also got the Knights Templar Tarot. Originally, I was going to do that because at first I thought when it said Secret Society that it was possibly Knights Templar, but the time period on the past life was earlier than the Knights Templar, earlier time period. So, but I've always been very fascinated with the Knights Templar, the story of the Knights Templar, and what they were really like holding secrets of and all that. So I wanted to get this deck, and it is super cool. I've yet to work with it because I just got it, and I worked with the Paul's Tarot of Paul's Moon instead. And then I got this one. It's called Lumina Tarot. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice from talking too damn much. Lauren Aletta is the creator. And I did do a walkthrough with a hashtag that's going to be coming up within a few days because I am going to be participating in a hashtag for the Consulting Crohn's 2024. So if you get a chance before that, check out Consulting Crohn's 2024. It's a hashtag by two of the ladies, Jen and Debbie, from that channel. It's a new channel, and it's all about helping women in their, you know, magical, in their, like, as we're getting older, right? Menopausal and beyond, and or coming into that area. But it's just really about women supporting women in that time of their life and stuff. And these are really good questions that they've got. They just did it. I'll send you over, if I remember, over to theirs. But I already recorded mine, and I've got it coming. And I did a walkthrough of this deck while I was doing that hashtag. And they are doing a giveaway. And one of the giveaways is my 13 sign astrology deck and astrological deck, and also a free chart, birth chart for somebody, a true sidereal birth chart. So, and that also does include the placements for like Hecate and Persephone and all those things that you don't normally find on regular birth charts. And these are based on what was actually in the sky at the time of your birth. So those are part of that. They're being given away in that particular hashtag. So check that out. But this is one of the newer decks that I got. This is one of the newer decks that was sent to me by artisantarot.com. And this blew me away, literally blew me away. This reading foretold one of my past life information like a couple of days before I did the reading, and I didn't realize it because I released this afterwards. I very seldom do I remember my readings. That's why I like to put them in my journal and or, you know, record them because I don't remember them. And especially if the reading's not for me, I don't remember them because the readings are not for me. But this reading was so good. As I was editing the video, I was like, oh my gosh. So these are really cool. I do think I'm going to end up buying one more kit of these. But if you haven't checked out artisantarot.com, check them out because they're selling now different tarot decks and oracle decks and stuff. It's growing. They're growing. So it's wonderful. I've already got my eye on some of the decks. No doubt about it. But this is a really cool deck that they sent me. So a couple more. So I'm not going to get this out, but this is one that I got. I went to my local metaphysical store with the hubby, and I picked up the Tarot of Owls. It's so pretty. You know, I'm not normally a you know, animal tarot person, but I do make exceptions for certain things. And when they're all like all cats, all dogs, or something like that, it feels different to me. It feels like it's just a theme based around a funny animal like Winnie the Pooh or something like that, right? Owls, I love owls. I definitely associate them with wisdom. So having it be an owl tarot, I just thought that that was appropriate because, I mean, we're learning wisdom by using our cards, or wisdom is being revealed to us through the cards, right? So I got that one. And another one that I picked up because I do love dragons. And dragons are different to me also than just your regular basic animals. Well, not like animals are basic, but you know what I mean. So the dragons, I do feel like dragons are highly intelligent. I do believe that they could speak. I do believe that they were shapeshifters. This is just my own beliefs. You don't have to believe what I do. So I don't look at them like they're an animal in the animal kingdom. So using them in tarot is different for me. And this is beautiful. I think they are intimidating, but oh my gosh, are they beautiful. That is just pure beauty right there. Oh, so that was another new deck that I picked up like early in the month, I believe. And then these, I just got these yesterday. So be looking for these. I've got to do walkthroughs of these. That's why they're right here. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I love it. And then I did end up getting in, you know, my Ask the Universe. This was another deck that I used a lot in my past life work, was asking the universe yes or no's or maybes, or I'm not supposed to know that right now. I heavily use this deck. I'm surprised at how heavily I use this deck, but I actually need to cleanse it. So, oh gosh, if I can't get it. All right, so one last thing. If you're still here, you know you're a rock star. Let's open up my October envelope. Not looking forward to this. I never am. All right, let's see. Glamour Magic. I'll read that in a second. Juniper promotes self-acceptance and defeats fear. Oh, hell yeah. What is this one? Oh, it's the Fool. Interesting. I love it. I got the Fool for October. That feels like exploration, and I'm going to be doing ancestry work, right? The veil is thinner, so it's like leaping into that, into the unknown, right? I am despair. Serpent up here with a rose. That's interesting. Come to me now, thus, Goddess, and release me from distress and pain. Sappho, or Sappho. Oisius was the Greek goddess of misery, despair, worry, and distress. She was the daughter of Nyx, who was the goddess of the night. When life becomes complicated and difficult, these feelings can leave us wondering if there is room for hope in our lives. We may feel utter despair and lose faith and trust in ourselves and the world around us. At such times, we have to dig deep to remind ourselves that the wheel of life goes up as well as down. We may need to reach out for help. Counseling and therapy may be useful. The practice of self-compassion and self-kindness will help us to navigate these difficult times. Remember, you are beautiful. You are loved. The challenge is hopelessness, and the gift is trust. How interesting, because the people that are in my Amethyst Ascension, or my Divination and Spirituality group, know what I'm going through about my channel right now. And I've shown them videos of my back page. So it feels like a uphill battle against a large entity. Let's put it that way. And that's all I'm going to say. They know what I'm talking about. Dearest you. Where's my glasses? We are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and pushback when entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit that you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, spirit. Oh. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. I wonder if that is about also my Book of Shadows and writing that and then hearing what people have to say about it, because, I mean, I am literally putting out my beliefs in this book, and I hope that it is received well, you know. So maybe that's what that's about, because this is a new journey for me, because I'm, like, as I've said, I'm not a writer, you know, but I feel like this is something that has been culminating in me for quite a long time, because I've had these beliefs for quite a long time. This is nothing new. But I will say that the past life work that I've done over the last few months, not just what I did in September, but what I did before that and what I've done before that, years, okay? It's been part of the realizations, and my dreams that I've had have also had a lot to do with a lot of the things that I believe because of what I've experienced. So, anywho, that looks like an interesting month ahead, October. As everyone knows, we are doing this month in October ancestry work. So it is called Ancestor Work October. It's hashtag Ancestor Work October. And Carrie is going to be doing her premiere video on, so she's going to be there available to answer questions as well on the 6th. And that is what's really starting it off. So I highly recommend going over to her channel if you're not already subscribed. She doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. Let's help get her there, okay? This woman has so much experience with this kind of work that she needs to have a larger platform, in my opinion, okay? So, not that there aren't other people out there that do that as well. And I have done ancestry work myself also, but I want to experience it from her perspective and how she sees it and what she does, because she has been doing this for a very long time and she's a professional, and, you know, I am looking forward to exploring that in October, as well as there's more coming up in November and December and all the way through of August of next year. So if you're not a member, one last thing that I want to say, if you're not a member of the Divination and Spirituality group on Facebook, please go and check it out. And I know a lot of people don't like using Facebook, but that's what I know. It's easier. I don't want to do another platform. So if you can't, because you're just not a Facebook person, I get it, and I'm sorry. But also, even today, I had to decline a few different submissions or people that wanted to join the group. You've got to answer the questions, but most importantly, you've got to accept the rules. If you don't, you're declined. I'm sorry. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but those are the rules. So, and it's to protect everybody that's in that private group. So, thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always.